Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant and good Tuesday afternoon, and we welcome you here to Seneca, Missouri, as we get set for the Big 8 opener between the Seneca Indians coming in at 8-2 overall and the Nevada Tigers coming in at 4-4 overall. I'm Ben Walcott, joined by Coach Darryl Harbaugh. Luke Taylor back in the KNEO studios. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Darryl, it's been a week since we've seen this team, but they have won 2 out of the 3 games in the Monette tournament, and it's probably a situation in that Monette tournament where they felt like they let one get away last Wednesday night against Carl Junction. They lost 10-9 was the final score. They were down 5-0, scored 9 runs in the top of the 5th to take a 9-5 lead. CJ scored 4 to tie it in the bottom of the 5th, and then scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the 6th. Juice Sherwood had a 2-out double in the top of the 7th, but he was caught trying to make it into a triple to end the game. And Jagger Wilson had the start in that game. He gave up 9 of those 10 runs. A little bit uncharacteristic of him. I think he's going to be eager to hit the mound here today.
Yeah, I mean, a game like that, you never know, man. It's baseball. And you never know. Some people are going to have a big game, and some are not. And you have off games, you have off night, and it's like giving up 5 runs. And you know CJ was hitting the ball when Seneca wasn't, and they just couldn't make the plays. It goes back and forth, and so they're competing. And so as long as you're competing, you're losing close games, but you're in the game. And they figured out how to win those games, then they're going to be good. They figured out how to calm down, relax in tight situations when you're in those games like that.
And on Friday, they beat Monette 11-0 and then beat Bolivar for the second time in a week, 8-7. So ranked number 5 in the state right now. Obviously, those rankings don't mean anything. But a big win over Monette, 11-0. They'll see them in a couple weeks for conference and district play. And if they want to have a chance at the conference title, it starts with a win. Nevada has lost 2 in a row, so they're going to be prepared here this afternoon.
Yeah, they're going to want to change the situation here. They're going to want to get on the winning track again. They're 4-4. I looked at the record earlier today. They played some tough competition, very tough competition, and they're going to want to prove it here today that they're still the team to beat in the Big 8.
Seneca actually beat them last year on the road. That snapped a 3-game losing skid to them. They're looking for their second straight win over the Tigers. Go ahead, take a 3-minute timeout. Come back with more of the preview after this. The KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. with ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Anyone who has played golf knows how hard it is. Being on the golf course is supposed to be enjoyable, but it's difficult to have joy while dealing with bad shots and bunkers. As followers of Jesus, we face a similar struggle to have joy when we deal with the difficulties of life. Instead of enjoying God's presence during trials, we can easily lose sight of delighting in Him when life's bogeys happen. However, once we start to lose our joy and excitement for the Lord, we must shift our mindset and remember that our satisfaction and enjoyment are found in Him. Psalm 16:11 reminds us, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Today, let's find our joy in the Lord's presence. And even when life is hard, we can enjoy being on the tough course, knowing He is with us. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Nevada. And Daryl, you mentioned it a little bit. Seneca has won 3 of their past 4 games, that one loss being to CJ. Also lost to Grove, Oklahoma, 5-2. But you like, or at least I personally just like, the amount of runs they're scoring. 8, 12, 11, 9, 4. They lost. One of their losses, they scored 2, 5. Their other loss, they scored 9, 11, and 8. And that just proves, we were wondering beginning of the year, where you're going to get your production. Yes, 1 through 5 is pretty well set. But the bottom of not only is the top of the lineup getting on for the bottom of the lineup is producing, and then the same thing goes, the bottom of the lineup is getting on for the top of the lineup as well.
Yeah, they're hitting the baseball, but they're putting the ball in play. And you put the ball in play, that puts pressure on the other team. If you can do that consistently, and they're fast on the bases, they like to steal, you're going to put pressure and you're going to be able to score some runs. If you can, like I said, Ben, if you can score runs, put the ball in play, you're going to win some games just being able to put pressure on the other team.
Especially with Seneca's pitching this year. Yes, you have your 1A, 1B, I call them, and Drew and Jagger, and then, Ian's a pretty good number 3 option for you as well. Those are going to get the bulk of your innings, but if you're able to score 4 or 5 runs a game, you're going to be in almost every game.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you're going to be there with a chance to win, and that's all you can hope for. It's like, can you have a chance to win? Can you put yourself in a position to have a chance to win? And that's it. And as long as you can do that over and over and over, then you get better at being in those situations and more comfortable in those situations.
This Nevada team comes in losing 3 straight games. They won 4 of their first 5, have lost 3 straight. And the difference for this Nevada team is, and I was talking to the Nevada announcer down there, is, you have Zane Valdez is their ace. He's going here today. But after him, they don't have the pitching that maybe they've had in years past. So it'll be interesting to see if Seneca can get some runs. And they're having a hard time scoring some runs, too. They beat Holden 7-4, beat Diamond 13-1, lost to Fair Grove, scored 11 runs, lost 12-11, beat Clever 10-4, beat Kansas City Christian 16-10. But you look at their last 3 games, you lose to Harrisonville 2-0, lose to Stratford 6-4, lose to Warrensburg 6-4. And so that's where that Nevada team looks like they're struggling a little bit.
Well, you're 6-4, you're still in the game. Man, that's nothing but a hit away, an error away, whatever it is. They're staying in the ball games and competing. This is not going to be no easy task for Seneca tonight. I guarantee you, Nevada is a good, very good baseball team.
It's the matchup by the numbers. Seneca 6-1 at home, Nevada 1-2 on the road. It's kind of interesting talking to the Nevada guys. Yesterday was actually their home opener, and Seneca's already had 7 home games just due to the fact of tournament play here in Seneca. Seneca averages about 8 runs a game while giving up 3.4. Nevada averages about 8 runs a game while giving up 5.6. So pitching and then timely hitting could be the difference in the contest here today. Like we said, Seneca beat Nevada last year 7-3 on the road. That snapped a 3-game losing skid to the Tigers. Your starting lineups here this afternoon, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First for the visiting Tigers. Leading off is their first baseman, number 4, Jet Snyder. Batting second and playing center field, number 2, Canton Aust. Batting third and playing second base, number 6, Kellen Braden. Their cleanup hitter is their shortstop, number 1, Drew Harder. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 9, Drew Miller. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 27, Morgan Yoakley. Batting seventh and playing catching, number 7, Aiden Smith. Batting eighth and doing the pitching, number 3, Zane Valdez. And batting ninth and playing left field, number 5, Caden Burns. Now the starting lineup for the Seneca Indians coming in at 8-2 overall. Leading off is the pitcher, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and playing center field, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the catching, number 2, Silas Ball. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, number 19, Asher Prater. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 17, Ian Heffron. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 23, Remington Albrecht. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 12, Bretton Crow. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 3, Jackson Yoakum. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 1, Ryder Owens. Your extra player is your shortstop, number 7, Blake McKinney. We will go ahead, take another 3-minute timeout, come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Seneca Indians Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636. or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
Back as we get set for action here between Nevada and Seneca and Darrell. I don't know that we've had a bad day for baseball since we've been calling games this year. Another beautiful day here in Seneca, 74 degrees, mostly sunny skies. It is a little bit breezy. I don't have a flag near me. The flag was where I can't see it. The wind is gusty, but I think it is going out towards center field.
Yeah, I don't. It's a south breeze, but I don't think it's bad at all. You can't get a much better day for baseball. We've been lucky this spring of having a warm spring. We've had a few cool days, but it's always when they're not playing.
Yeah,
we haven't been here when they're playing. They played a little bit cooler days, but here every time we've been here at Seneca, it has been nice.
We'll get you those starting lineups once again, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Jet Snyder leads it off for Nevada. Caton Ost is the second batter. Kellen Braden is batting third. Drew Harder is the cleanup hitter. Drew Miller is batting fifth. Morgan Yoakley is batting sixth. Aiden Smith seventh. Zane Valdez eighth. And Caden Burns ninth. So they will be going up against Jagger Wilson here this afternoon. Wilson on the mound. Silas Ball, his battery mate at catcher. Left to right in the outfield, Jackson Yoakum in left, Drew Sherwood patrolling center, Remington Albrecht in right. Left to right in the infield, you have Ian Heffron at third, Blake McKinney at short, Ryder Owens at second, and Brenton Crow at first. First pitch, 4:31 p.m. this afternoon. That ball is roped down the left field line. It is a fair ball, and it is going to be a double, and it kicks away, but Jet Snyder holds to a two-bagger on the very first pitch of the game. He wanted to be aggressive and thinking, well, a fastball is probably coming, and that's what happened, and he roped it down that left field line.
He just, like you said, Ben, it was just on a frozen rope, and it kicked away from, hit one of those ribs that are kicked away from Yoakum out there. I thought maybe he might try for third, but I think the coaches held him up saying, hey, let these other boys – let's not push it. Let these other boys hit.
That ball is fouled off to Canton Ost. The count is 0-1. And, they lost to Warrensburg yesterday, 6-4. Talking to the Nevada radio guys, they're saying, Jet Snyder had two triples in the game yesterday, but he was pretty much the only one that kind of contributed as that pitch is fouled off on a bunt attempt trying to get him to third, and the count's 0-2. And that's where you can get in trouble, if you're not getting contributions 1 through 9. Your number one hitter can, get 2 triples and get 2 runs in, but if you don't have anybody else contributing, as that pitch is swung on and missed, and Wilson is able to work a strikeout on Aust as Kellen Braden will come to the plate.
Well, Aust had a chance to. He had a chance to lay the bunt down and move him, and he didn't do it, and that's the reason it got to an 0-2 count. And then he had to chase something that was pretty close.
Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash sponsoring the broadcast. That one is popped up in the air. Sherwood having to come in a long ways, and he's able to do it. And there's 2 down for Drew Harder. And Daryl, at least, maybe, the scouting report is to try and go early on Wilson.
I don't know. I think it just, hey, if you're up there and you like it, hit it. I don't think they want to look at a lot of pitches. Be aggressive.
Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals all sponsoring the broadcast as Harder takes a ball. Counts 1-0.
Yeah, I never did mind it, the kids getting up there and want to hit the ball. These guys, you got to watch a bunch of pitches.
Breaking ball is high and outside, and the count's 2-0. Looked like it may have clipped the top outside corner, but our opinion doesn't matter.
Not one iota.
As here comes the 2-0 from Wilson. Fastball swung on and fouled back. Counts 2-1. What that does, Daryl, though, with them swinging early is you keep the pitch count down for Jagger Wilson because neither Drew Sherwood or Ian Heffron is available today. They both pitched on Friday. You need 4 days rest, and they'll be eligible again tomorrow. So if Wilson can't go the full 7, as that one is a jam shot to Owens at second, throws to first, and that will end the inning. For Nevada, they get a leadoff double, but they strand him at second. Half inning in the books. It is Nevada nothing, and Seneca coming up here on the KNEO Sports Network.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dodson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And we welcome you back as Jagger Wilson will lead things off for Seneca. Wilson, Sherwood, Ball are the first 3 in the order for Seneca. Prater would come to bat if anybody could reach. Then Heffron, Albrecht, Crow, and Yoakum and Owens round things out as we'll get you what Nevada looks like in the field after this first pitch from Zane Valdez.
Let's see if we can get started off with a double first pitch. That'd be nice.
As he pops one to right field. It's a deep, and it is up, and it's going to be a ground rule double. And Nevada does catch a break there, Daryl, because if that bounces anywhere off the fence, he's probably at third base.
Yeah, if he hit it 10 feet shorter, it would have bounced and hit the fence, and Jagger Wilson standing on third base.
Or if he hit it, 5 feet farther where it's up against the base of the wall.
Yeah, anything like that. I mean, when it bounces over the fence, they're stuck with a double, and them guys, they're already at second base when it bounces over the fence.
Well, Daryl, both teams starting, opening batter hit doubles on the first pitch of the game. That one is yanked to the backstop. The wild pitch is going to allow Wilson to get to third. 1-0 count. So Seneca already a runner in scoring position. Nevada 0 for 3 with that runner in scoring position. See if Seneca can take advantage and get the first run of the game.
That'd be huge to score first.
As here comes the 1-0. Takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. Count 1-1. It's kind of interesting, Daryl. Third baseman playing on the cut of the grass. Everybody else is giving up a run, including the first baseman, because they're all deep in the hole as Sherwood swings and misses, and the count is 1-2.
Now, just anything here. I mean, you don't have to hit it hard. Just hit it.
Just not a line drive.
Just get a piece of it. Yeah, not a line drive. Just get a piece of it.
So here comes the 1-2. That ball is hit down the first baseline, just foul. And the count will remain 1-2. Seneca catches a break there, Daryl, because that ball rolled all the way down to the...
Veda catches a break.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. Because that rolled all the way down to the fence, and Sherwood would have been at third, if not inside the park.
Yeah, that would have been close to inside the park.
Comes another 1-2, and that is outside and low, and the count is 2-2. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 2-2 the count here on Sherwood. Here comes the 2-2, and that's yanked outside, and the count is 3-2, and Sherwood has worked it from 1-2 to 3-2, and if you're Seneca, you would love to make Valdez throw a lot of pitches here in the first inning.
Valdez missed his spot because he was upset after that when he just yanked it out of the side of the strike. But Drew's is very patient.
3-2 breaking ball is in there for called strike 3. Daryl, I think he was geared up for a fastball, and he got a curveball because he just stared at it.
Yeah, it kind of froze him.
So 3-2 the count. One out here is Silas Ball will now come to the plate here for Seneca. Valdez, like they said, is the ace of this staff, and he is only a junior, so you'll have to see him next year as well.
Yep.
Just kind of like Jagger Wilson.
See if Silas can get a bat on the ball. We can score a run here.
So that first pitch is low for a ball, and the count is 1-0, and now Nevada has come in a little bit, Daryl. They're not playing fully in, but basically in to try and cut that run down at the plate as that pitch hits the inside corner, and the count's 1-1.
Shortstop's still a little bit deep, but second baseman's walked in, like you said, Ben. First baseman's walked in.
The 1-1, and that pitch is just inside, and the count is 2-1. Wilson is fast enough to try and go on a wild pitch. The problem in Seneca is, Daryl, that backstop, it can ricochet right back to you. Comes the 2-1, and that pitch is inside, and the count's 3-1. And Ball, don't be surprised if he can reach, if he tries to take second to get a second runner in scoring position.
That wouldn't surprise me at all, especially first and third, but I don't be surprised if he doesn't hit the baseball right here.
So here comes the 3-1 offering, and that pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is full at 3-2. I will say, Daryl, the one thing Seneca's got going for them is they made Valdez throw a lot of pitches, but you need to get that runner in.
We just need to get a bat on the ball right here, Silas.
As here comes the 3-2 offering from Valdez. And that 3-2, he fouls it off at the plate, keeps himself alive.
Okay.
Looks like, they may be anticipating, a lot of pitchers throw 3-2 fastball, and he's throwing a couple 3-2 curveballs here. And so you have to fight off that curveball. So here comes another 3-2 offering from Valdez. Popped up in the air. That's going to be trouble for the right fielder. Right fielder comes in and snags it. Wilson going to try and score, and he is in safely. It was not hit very far or very deep, but it was hit just far enough to get that runner in and score. And Seneca takes a 1-0 lead. And Daryl, I think Ball thought he fouled it off because he did not run for the longest time.
I didn't notice. I was watching how deep it was, and I'm thinking, okay, that's deep enough that Jagger's going to take a shot. It's going to have to be a good throw from the right fielder to get Jagger out at home.
So Asher Prater comes to the plate, takes the ball high, counts 1-0. And so, Daryl, the difference right now is the Seneca was able to get that runner in scoring position, and Nevada wasn't.
Well, Nevada didn't hit the baseball after they got a double.
That pitch is yanked up the middle past the pitcher, Valdez. It's a 2-out single for Prater as Ian Heffron will come to the plate. And, Daryl, you could replace Prater one time, I think, and he could re-enter to DH. But after that, I do believe you would lose the DH. So you may not see that unless you just have Blake McKinney run for him. But it's getting very confused. It's very confusing very quickly. So.
I would not pinch run for him.
That pitch, Heffron hits on the ground, foul, and the count is 0-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 0-1 the count on Heffron. He kind of nubbed that one, and I don't know if it hit him too, but it didn't go very far foul.
Yeah, it just dribbled up the.
So they throw back behind Prater. Prater, I can almost guarantee, unless it's a 3-2 count, isn't going anywhere. No. Unless it's a hit and run.
I think they're just seeing if he would just step off over the secondary.
So here comes the 0-1, and that pitch is bounced in the dirt, but not far enough for Prater to advance. And, if it was Wilson, Sherwood, I would say they're probably sitting at second, but I think Prater made the smart decision of not making the third out at second base.
I don't think he wants to take the bat out of Heffron's hand.
So here comes the 1-1, and that pitch is inside, and the count's 2-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Spring Safe, First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So that pitch is inside as well, and the count's 3-1. He's trying to hit that inside corner is Valdez, and he's not being successful. He's not missing by much, Daryl, but he's missing just a little bit.
You could tell by the way he walked off the mound that time, and he's mad at himself. He's mad at himself because he's just off 6-7 inches.
Here comes the 3-1. Breaking ball's over for a strike, and the count's full, and this is where Prater will be off, but he has to make sure that he goes home before he tries to take second. And now they're not going to even hold him on, so he can have a little bit of a bigger lead.
Yeah.
So he's off on the pitch. Ball bounded foul third, just past Coach Houston, the third base coaching box, and we'll do it again. But Heffron getting a piece, keeping himself alive.
Keep swinging the bat, keep getting a piece of it. You get used to it. And you're seeing it better every pitch. You get to see it better.
3-2 the count remains. Prater gets a little bit of a bigger lead. And here comes another 3-2, and he's able to they did not say it was foul. He swung out it and missed it in the dirt. And that will end the inning. For Seneca, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. After 1, Seneca 1 and Nevada nothing.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe first storm shelters, fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
5, 6, and 7 hitters to the plate. Drew Miller, Morgan Yoakley, and Aiden Smith. Anybody reaches, Zane Valdez would come to the plate as Miller settles into the box here. First pitch to him is low for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Darryl, the difference in the first inning, Jagger worked to contact, and he was able to get some outs. Only 9 pitches in that first inning compared to 24 for Valdez. 3 different hitters for Seneca in that first, as that one swung on and missed, and the count's 1-1. But 3 different hitters, all 3 of them got out, but 3 different hitters had 3-2 counts on Valdez. So here comes the 1-1, swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2.
You notice Jagger's throwing strikes, and now it's 1-2. Now that kid's got, even if it's close, he's got to chase it. And Jagger knows he's got him where he wants him right now.
1-2 is on the outside corner for strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Wilson. And there is one down for Morgan Yoakley. And Darryl, because he's throwing straights, he may get the benefit a little bit increased outside corner as well, because ball's not having to move his glove.
Yeah, I mean, no, that was a good pitch right on the outside edge.
As they're going to try and bunt their way on, it is going to roll foul, and the count's 0-1 as Yoakley comes to the plate. That's not a bad decision because Heffron was back, and you're just trying to find base runners.
Find some way to get on base.
For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Like we said, it's a beautiful day here in Seneca. Seneca plays at Mack County on Thursday, as that one swung on and missed, and the count's 0-2. Have that broadcast for you. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime from Mack County, from Anderson. 0-2 is swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Third strikeout already for Wilson as Aiden Smith comes to the plate. That one will be internet only. Friday, Seneca heads to Stratford. Play them for the second time. No broadcast Friday afternoon as they face the Stratford Indians. That should be a good one. Wilson pitched last time those two teams faced, as that first pitch is low for a ball, and the count's 1-0. 13 strikeouts and 2 hits, but he also had 6 walks. But you have to think probably Heffron will get the start on, as that fastball is fired on the outside corner. Heffron more than likely gets to start Friday if Sherwood starts against Mack County. So the 1-1 is up the middle, and it's going to be in for a base hit. 2 out base knock for Aiden Smith. As Zane Valdez will come to the plate, see if they put Smith in motion at all. He is a catcher, so it'll be interesting to see if they courtesy run for him.
They do, Ben. I can't pick out his number yet.
I think it's number 10, which would be Walker Hayes. It looks like a 10 to me. So they do have a courtesy runner for the catcher. 2 outs here as Zane Valdez comes to the plate. We'll see if try a hit and run or straight steal with the courtesy runner Hayes. Not a big lead at first, as that first pitch is fouled off, and the count is 0-1. 2 outs here, top 2 here in Seneca. Nevada had a leadoff double, stranded him at second. Seneca had a leadoff double, able to get home on a RBI sac fly by Silas Ball. That's the difference in the game, as that pitch is a ball. And the count's 1-1. Looks like it just missed the outside corner. Darryl, it's an exciting day here in Seneca as the 2025 football team gets their state championship rings. The 1-1 is up the middle, and that ball is hit hard to Sherwood, and it is over Sherwood's head. Hayes is going to come around and tie the game at 1, and it is going to be a triple on the play for Zane Valdez as Sherwood bobbled it a little bit out there in center field, but I think Valdez is going to have a triple anyway.
It wouldn't made it any bit of a difference. He just couldn't pick it up quite quick, but that ball was tagged and a line drive over Sherwood's head. Courtesy run coming in for the pitcher, Ben. Right now, I haven't seen the number yet.
It starts with a 2, 24, which is Remington Forgy.
Okay.
So they have, once again, another runner in scoring position. They weren't able to do anything the first time. That one swung on and missed as Caden Burns comes to the plate, and the count's 0-1. The nice thing for Nevada is, Darryl, it's their number 9 hitter, so they're going to clear the lineup here in 2 innings. That ball is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. So they'll get their top of the order to bat in the 3rd inning, which the more times you can see somebody, the better off you are. So here comes the 0-2. That 0-2 pitch is high and outside, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I know you want to throw it off here a little bit, 0-2, 1-2. You want to throw it off a little bit, but you can't get too much. You can't have a wild pitch with a runner on third.
1-2 breaking ball is just high. Counts 2-2. Sherwood at least thought it was a strike because he took a couple steps in. I'm not sure if everybody else did, but I did notice Sherwood come in a couple steps. 2-2 is outside, and Burns has worked it from 0-2 to 3-2, and you don't want to walk the number 9 hitter because Jet Snyder comes to the plate, and he doubled on the very first pitch of the game.
Could have easily been a triple as well, Ben.
That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning. Nevada does tie the game. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They strand 1. 1.5 in the books. We're tied at 1 on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
And we welcome you back as Remington Albrecht will come to the mound, to the plate. As here comes the first pitch, and he takes it low, and the count's 1-0. 6, 7, 8 here for Seneca. Albrecht, Crow, and Yoakum. Anybody who reaches Ryder Owens would come to the plate. 1-0 the count here on Albrecht. Takes it, well, I thought high, but after not getting the first pitch, they call the high fastball, top of the zone, and the count's 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 from Valdez. That 1-1 is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News versus Seneca Indians, good luck. Let's go get that win. As Albrecht has not moved that bat from his shoulders yet. So here comes a 1-2 offering. That 1-2 is outside. Catcher tried to bring it back over. Smith trying to see if he could get the call, and the count's 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 offering. Breaking ball, and that must have been just low. because that one looked pretty good.
I think Valdez liked where he threw that. He was wanting that call, but he didn't get it.
So here comes the 3-2 offering, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Valdez. So Brenton Crow will come to the plate here for Seneca. And Darryl, this is our first opportunity to see Crow. He has played some, but not in games that we've called. And he's only a freshman, so here comes the first pitch. That pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home through Sunday, April 12th, as they face the Amarillo Sod Poodles. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Sponsor of high school baseball here on KNEO. That fastball misses, and it was a very similar location.
Just a little bit further outside and up, but it was close.
Here comes the 1-1. That pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 1-2. 1-1 your score. Seneca scored 1 in the bottom of the first. Nevada answered with 1 in the top half of the second as Crow gets jammed and swings through it, and there's 2 outs here for Jackson Yoakum. The Springfield Cardinals are also at home through Sunday, April 12th, as they face the Tulsa Drillers. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Supporter of high school baseball here on KNEO. See if Yoakum can get a 2-out rally started here for Seneca. Darryl, it was a 2-out rally for Nevada in the top half of the second to get their run as Yoakum fouls that first pitch off. And Valdez would love a quick inning here.
We could clear the lineup.
Yeah.
Let the other guys see the second time.
0-1 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-2.
Come on, Ryder.
Nope, this is Yoakum.
Yoakum, sorry. Ryder's next. I was looking at on deck. Ryder was next. Come on, Yoakum.
As here comes the 0-2, and then he's able to get a piece and keep himself alive. Valdez loves that 0-2 breaking ball, and he was able to get a piece and keep himself alive. Valdez will throw that pitch with 2 strikes. It doesn't matter the count, as here comes another 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3 as Valdez strikes out the side in the second. 2 in the books. 1-1 your score here on the KNEO Sports Network.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In basketball, running an isolation offense requires balance. While isolating a certain player can be beneficial at times, it often leads to negative results if used too much. In our own lives, we also need to balance when it comes to isolation. On one end, it can be very negative for us if we're always alone and don't interact in meaningful ways with others. The Bible says, whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire, he breaks out against all sound judgment. On the other hand, there is great value in seeking the Lord in solitude as it prepares us to be involved with others. Jesus led by example in demonstrating the rhythm of isolation and going out and ministering to others. He would regularly go out by himself to pray and then would return to be with his disciples. Today, let's be challenged to spend time in isolation while also finding opportunities to surround ourselves with others to do life with. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
Top of the lineup here for Nevada in the third. Snyder, Ost, and Braden. Anybody reaches harder would come to the plate. Snyder hit a double on the very first pitch of the game. And like you said, Darryl, it could have been a triple. So here comes the first pitch, and he takes low for a ball, and the count is 1-0.
Very easily could have been a triple.
1-0 the count, as here comes the 1-0 from Wilson, and that breaking ball is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. We're past the top of the 5 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho, Missouri, live online at kneo.org. 1-1 the count here on Snyder. 1-1 is swung on and foul tipped. The count's 1-2, and I think it was a fastball that Snyder hit. So Wilson trying to work his curveball and his slider in there.
I think he threw a changeup the first pitch, and the last two was curveballs.
So here comes the 1-2. That ball is hit on a couple hops to McKinney. Good play by McKinney and a better scoop by Bretton Crow. As both McKinney and Crow kind of had to short hop them. And good job by both of them, Daryl.
Yes.
6-3 put up.
Yes, stayed with it. Stayed with both plays. Kenny stayed with it at shortstop and made a good play. Crow made a good play over there at first.
Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. You said it's the beginning of Big 8 play here today. Seneca has Big 8 game on Thursday at Mack County. We'll have that broadcast for you as that pitch is inside. Counts 1-1, but that is an internet-only broadcast from McDonald County. McDonald County heading to Monette today as Big 8 play starts all over the area. 1-1 pitch, another couple hops. McKinney throws to first. That one a better and gets him out. McKinney, 2 outs there. Did a good job, Daryl. You saw, if you were watching the video, you could almost see him come around the ball and then be able to fire it to first.
Well,
get behind it.
It was a high chopper that time. Just a high chopper, and he got it up on the top level. Easy, catch it around your chest. Easy catch, throw. Good throw to Crow.
As Kellen Braden comes to the plate, and that breaking ball is in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee. All your banking needs, member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. That pitch is low for a ball, and the count is 1-1. I think is good crowd here in Seneca this afternoon as the 1-1 breaking ball hit in there to Sherwood. That one is deep as well, and it's over Sherwood's head. It will go up against the fence, and they're going to hold him to a double as a 2-out base hit once again for Nevada. As Drew Harder will come to the plate, grounded out to second, his first time up. Wilson, getting to that second out, but getting that third out has been trouble these last couple of innings.
Well, they've tagged it pretty well here. That's 2 of them over Sherwood's head.
First pitch to Harder is low for a ball. Count is 1-0. Daryl, like we're saying, exciting day here in Seneca. 2025 state championship rings. The football team will be honored at the conclusion of the varsity game here this afternoon and get their rings as that pitch is just outside. Counts 2-0, and you look at the one multi-sport athlete that I can think of that played football is Drew Sherwood out in center field. He was a very good receiver/cornerback for the Indians. 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed. I think that was a changeup, and the count's 2-1. But Sherwood, caught the one receiving, the one pass that Seneca, I think, threw 2 passes the entire game, and he got one of them for a touchdown. So that pitch is outside, and the count's 3-1, where they lined him up as an eligible tackle, and that was at the end of the first half of that game, and that was a big score for Seneca.
Yes, it was, after they gave up one.
3-1 is outside for ball 4, and a 2-out walk as runners will be at first and second for Drew Miller.
I wonder when the rings started, Ben, 'cause I don't remember anybody else getting the rings, but maybe they did. I don't know.
Well, I will say, Daryl, 1995 was 30 years ago, so trying to remember if they got rings 30 years ago. So that first pitch is over for a strike on Miller, and the count's 0-1. But, for Seneca, congratulations to them, just because after 2 years of heartbreak to finally get that state championship win, it's like you've been there enough, but just couldn't get over the hump, and they were finally able to get over the hump last year. 0-1 the count here on Miller. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Counts 0-2, so he's blown a fastball by him. Have an 0-2 count. Do you just say, let's go fastball again, or do you try and throw him a changeup or a breaking ball?
I'd be going at him.
0-2, and they do go at him, and he swings and misses for strike 3. That will end the inning for Nevada. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. 2.5 in the books. We are tied at 1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians! Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Huddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out huddlespringschurchofchrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Huddle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, "We want to go to heaven with you."
The bottom of the third here for Seneca fouls that first pitch off, and the count is 0-1. 9-1-2 here for Seneca. Owens, and then the top of the order in Wilson and Sherwood. That pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. Wilson doubled and scored Seneca's lone run on a sac fly by Silas Ball. 0-2 the count here on Owens. Here comes the 0-2 from Valdez. Able to foul that pitch off, and the count remains 0-2. As Valdez gets a new baseball here. Here comes another 0-2 pitch from Valdez to Owens. Long look in. Here comes the 0-2. He's able to golf it over to left center, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Your 9-hitter can get on. You sometimes can get things started, see if Owens is off at some point.
That's a good job there from Ryder. Good at bat. 0-2, and he's still stuck with it. Got a bat on the ball. Good things happen. Come on, Jagger.
Wilson comes to the plate. He doubled his first plate appearance. The lefty on the mound, you're going to have a hard time trying to steal second, and Owens doesn't want to take the bat out of the hands of Wilson. So that first pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 1-0.
Yeah, Ryder's not very far off the bag.
Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLume Maintenance Center versus Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach Car Wash, sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. These are kind of similar pitches, but the second one must have been a little bit lower. 1-1 the count as Valdez steps off. 1-1 the count here. Not a big lead over at first for Owens. No. Comes the 1-1. That's over for a strike, and the count is 1-2. And so now Wilson needs to protect with those 2 strikes. He's a good 2-strike hitter, though, so we'll see what happens.
You've been putting the bat on the ball pretty well this year.
Long look in by Valdez to his catcher, Smith. Comes a 1-2 offering. That pitch is yanked towards the third base dugout, and the count is 2-2. Sometimes, Darryl, when he's trying to go to that outside corner, he yanks it pretty good, and Smith has done a good job of that ball not going to the backstop.
Mm-hmm.
As Owens is off on the pitch is low for a ball, and Owens is in safely without a throw. And Darryl, Owens took that one on the pitcher. He got an excellent jump. The catcher, Smith, did not have a chance even with a good throw or with a good pitch.
Yeah. No, Ryder's got some wheels on him. He can run.
As Wilson has worked the count full. Here comes the 3-2. Ball is hit up the middle, and it's going to drop for a base hit. And they're going to hold Owens at third. He had to make sure that the ball fell. So runners are at first and third. And you have to think, Sherwood is very good at taking a pitch or two to see if Wilson will try and take second. It won't be very long to see in that scenario.
I got a feeling
maybe
he
first
may be gone
pitch.
pretty quick. I don't know. But he's got to watch that front leg. The front leg goes behind, he can go.
Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals all sponsoring the broadcast.
That's what I mean by putting pressure on the other team. Running base and stealing, putting scoring position.
Not a huge lead at first for Wilson. They're going to throw behind him, and he's back safely. And they are thinking, Darryl, what we are.
Oh, absolutely they are.
Be interesting to see if they throw through if you try and score Ryder Owens. As here comes, and they're going to throw back behind Wilson again. As Sherwood's still awaiting a pitch. And what this does, Darryl, sometimes is when the pitcher is so worried about the runner at first, you miss your spot, and it gives Sherwood, pitch right down the middle that he can hang.
Well,
or handle.
You throw to first, throw to first, throw to first. One of these times you throw to first, and the first baseman's not going to get it because you make a bad throw. And that's
first pitch to Sherwood is high for a ball, and counts 1-0. And that's kind of what we were talking about, Darryl, is, you throw to first, throw to first. Next thing you know, when you're throwing home, you're not going through the same motion that you should be. So here comes the 1-0. Sherwood is off. He's taking it. They are going to throw through, and it's going to dribble past the shortstop. Owens stays at third, but the stolen base does allow Wilson to get to second. Runners at second and third. Count is 1-1. So that pitch was a strike. Now the infield playing in, Darryl, here with nobody out.
Yeah, all of them in. Good hard shot.
So that pitch is high and inside, and the count's 2-1.
And Ryder doesn't have to go either. It's not forced to go.
Yeah, the runners at second and third. Freeze on a line drive, something you're always taught. So here comes the 2-1 pitch to Sherwood. That ball yanked foul, and his father, Dave Sherwood, decided to play soccer and is able to block it.
Yeah, kicked it right back to the pitcher.
Has a good chuckle there with Valdez. It counts 2-2.
You put the bat on the ball, put the ball in play, put pressure on Nevada right now. And this is what they've got here. Scoring position, nobody out. 2-2 count.
Still nobody out, like you said. 2-2. And it's swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout, Darryl. Second time Sherwood has struck out today with the runner in scoring position.
It's that curveball that just dives out of the zone.
Tied at 1 here, 1 out. Ball did hit a fly ball, medium depth there to right field, enough to allow Wilson to score. Smith is going to have a conversation with his battery mate Valdez. Says it's kind of interesting here, Darryl, because I think Owens is fast enough that if it goes to the first baseman, they're giving up a run. Everywhere else,
it depends on Owens. His second base, we got the base hit up the middle, but Ryder's secondary leadoff is not very far. And he didn't get very far away from second base on that base hit, so he didn't really have a chance to score, but we'll find out.
So that first pitch to ball hits the inside corner, counts 0-1. And I said the first baseman's playing back, but now he's crept in and he's playing even with the bag.
Yeah.
0-1 the count. Seneca has had runners at second and third. As the 0-1 is hit on a couple hops. The the third baseman slipped, and he is out at home plate. I mean, Owens, you're kind of in no man's land there, Darryl.
You got caught in no man's land. It's not his fault either. He's off the base, and a sharp hit grounder to third base, and you're just caught in between. You got no other choice but to go.
That's the fielder's choice. Wilson wasn't able to advance to third, so runners are now at first and second with 2 outs here.
Anywhere else, Ryder has a chance to score. That one there, he just caught. There's just not much hope at all.
Prater singled up the middle his first time. If he's able to do that again, Wilson would try and score. He has that kind of speed, and he's got a pretty big secondary as Prater takes a strike, and the count is 0-1.
He hit a pretty good shot last time he was up, Ben. He'd single up the middle.
Yeah, just past the pitcher, Valdez.
See if we can get one more because, Jagger out there is not going to stop.
Comes the 0-1. That ball is
That's hit hard.
yanked to
That's
center
trouble.
field, but the center fielder is going to go back and snag it just in front of the warning track, and Nevada gets out of the inning with no damage. For Seneca, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, 3 in the books. We are tied at 1.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Top of the 4th here in Seneca as we are tied at 1. 6, 7, 8 due up for Nevada here. Morgan Yoakley, Aiden Smith, Zane Valdez. Anybody who reaches Caden Burns would come to the plate. I want to thank some of our sponsors here this afternoon. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, and CareNet Pregnancy Center. And Darryl, Seneca got a run in the first. Nevada answered with a run in the second, and both teams had chances in the third, and neither could score.
Seneca with a real good chance. And, second and third, nobody out. You're thinking, okay, we can get a run maybe 2. And just things didn't work out.
So that breaking ball falls over for strikes. The count's 0-1 here on Yoakley. As Wilson going to step off. Didn't like the pitch being called. I'm not sure if Eust is the pitching coach or if Sherwood's the pitching coach, but
no, yeah, Chris will be calling pitches.
He didn't like the pitch, and so shook him off. Now the 0-1 is thrown to the backstop, and the count's 1-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-1. That breaking ball is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Yoakley struck out his first time, and then Smith singled, and Valdez tripled him home for the lone run for Nevada. 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. There's one down here for Aiden Smith. 6th strikeout of the game for Wilson, as Aiden Smith will come to the plate. And Darryl, what we liked in the bottom of the third for Seneca was Ryder Owens, the bottom of the lineup, got a hit for you. Breaking ball falls over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Unfortunately, the top of the order couldn't bring him in. You had the guys up you wanted. Second and third, nobody out. You want Drew Sherwood at the plate. You want Silas Ball at the plate. That 0-1 is yanked to the backstop, and the count's 1-1.
Well, I think Jagger even got a hit, did he not?
Yes.
Yeah, we got 2 hits in a row. And then, they stole second, got second and third, I think, on pass ball.
No, it was Owen stole second, got to third on the single by Wilson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, see, that's another thing there.
1-1 breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count's 1-2.
That Jagger, the rider out there, second base, he didn't get very far off bat. The secondary leadoff wasn't very far. If he'd have jumped off the bag, 10, 12, 15 feet and realized it was going down, he had a chance to score.
Comes the 1-2, and that gets by. Ball to the backstop, and the count's 2-2.
So it's those right there.
It's those little things, yeah.
Yeah, it's those little things, that you get a chance to score. You put pressure on them. They've got to make a good throw just to get you out.
And Ryder Owens is a junior, but it's his first varsity action. So that pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is 3-2. And, Daryl Seneca is, Wilson has walked one. Valdez has not walked anybody. He's gotten some full counts, but he has done a good job of not walking anybody. So that 3-2 pitch is fired over for strike 3, and Smith caught looking as Valdez will come to the plate.
Yeah, Jagger's been hitting that outside. He missed outside. That time he didn't miss.
It was almost right down the middle, it looked like, and I think Smith may have been anticipating something off speed and just swung and missed. Or didn't swing, just looked at it thinking something else was coming to the plate. First pitch to Valdez, misses the inside corner, counts 1-0. After the 24-pitch first inning, Valdez has done a little bit better job of cleaning things up pitch count-wise. So here comes the 1-0 to Valdez. That ball hit on a couple hops to Crow. He will field it, and that will end the inning. Clean inning here for Wilson in the fourth. 3.5 in the books. No, tied at 1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. When describing the passion with which they play, many athletes comment that they are hungry to win. And as sports fans, we admire those athletes who demonstrate that kind of hunger for victory during competition. But as followers of Jesus, we need to ask ourselves, how hungry are we? Are we driven to know God, follow Him, and serve Him? Do we crave to have a deeper understanding of His Word and to live a life of obedience? Jesus tells us, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Our attitude should always be one of passionately pursuing after God so that we can become more like Him. Just like in sports, the greater the hunger that we have, the better the results. Today, let's be encouraged to hunger and thirst after God and His righteousness and be motivated to do what it takes to become more and more like Him. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
5, 6, 7 due up for the Indians here in the fourth. Heffron, Albrecht, and Crow. Anybody who reaches Jackson Yoakum would come to the plate. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home through Sunday, April 12th, as they face the Amarillo Sod Poodles. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball here on KNEO. Heffron, all three batters struck out the first time they faced Valdez. Heffron swings and misses, counts 0-1.
That's that slow curveball. It's hard to catch up to. Not catch up to, it's just hard to find.
0-1 the count here on Heffron. Heffron did work a full count. That 0-1 is in there for a strike, and the count quickly 0-2. As Valdez working quickly here.
Watch this one go down in the dirt here a little bit, Ben. See if he does what he's been doing.
Comes the 0-2. And that is low. Yeah. And the count's 1-2. It wasn't in the dirt. Didn't miss the zone by much. Just trying to see if he could get Heffron to chase.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't very far off, was it?
1-2 the count here on Heffron. Comes the 1-2 from Valdez. That ball is hit to third base, just past the third baseman. Shortstop can't even keep it in the infield grass. And Heffron gets a base hit here. And again, don't be surprised if Heffron tries to take second. Seneca very aggressive when they get runners on the base paths.
It's a little different here with the left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
You can't get much off that base.
Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Sure, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports. Owens was able to get off Darrell, and he read the pitcher beautifully. As they're going to try and bunt him over potentially, and that pitch is low for a ball, and the count's 1-0. So we'll see if they leave the bunt on here. Third baseman is crashing. If you can bunt it towards first, you could potentially get yourself a single. So here comes the 1-0. He does square. It's bunted to third. He bobbles it, so only play is to first. And
all right, did his job.
It's a 5-3 putout. Sacrifice bunt does allow Heffron to get to second. Seneca does catch Darrell. A little bit of a break, because if that's a clean field by third baseman, he's going to second.
Yeah, you've got a chance to get. You got a chance to get to if he feels it clean. It was a little bit. The bunt was just a little bit hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, it got it down, and we got him second base. Let's see if we can get a base hit.
As Brenton Crow will come to the plate here for Seneca.
Now you see the lead off here from Ian.
So that first pitch is outside for a ball, and it counts 1-0.
And then the secondary lead off, if you're watching at home, you'll see it here. Ian's a senior. And you'll see it. Ian's
and he has 3 years of experience, varsity experience.
What is he? 8-10 feet off the ground. And watch him step out. As soon as he goes home, stepping out another 5 feet.
It's Crow kind of emergency hack there and fouls it off. So the count's 1-1.
I mean, he wants to be, he wants to be able to score if we get a base hit. If Crow gets a bat on the ball and gets a base hit.
1-1 the count here on Crow. One out here. In the bottom of the fourth, Seneca had runners in scoring position in the third and couldn't score. See if they can get that run in here in the fourth as they throw behind Crow, and he's back just barely safely. That one was close.
Ian. But like I said, he's a senior. And Ian can get there. Ian can see it, and Ian can get there. He's a senior. He's seen the move now.
That was a nice spin
It was a good move.
Pick-off move by Valdez, and snap throw and everything, and he just barely gets back.
Oh, and he threw it right on the button, too.
A 1-1. Is Heffron going to try and take third, and a good throw, and they get him out at third base. It is a 2-5 putout, and the count is 2-1 here on Crow.
I got a feeling that might have been on his own because Coach was talking to him after he got up. That's tough. It was a good throw, good pitch, and you take yourself out of position, take the bat out of Crow's hands, basically, if you get a base hit.
Yeah, 2-1 the count here on Crow. 2-1 is inside for a ball, and the count's 3-1. Springfield Cardinals are at home through Sunday, April 12th, as they face the Tulsa Drillers. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Supporter of high school baseball here on KNEO. 3-1 the count here on Crow. 3-1 pitch. That ball is hit past the pitcher. Third baseman going to have a tough play, and he's able to get there in time for the putout. That will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. 4 in the books. We are tied at 1 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Helping you your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe first storm shelters, fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
Nevada here in the fifth. Caden Burns, Jet Snyder, Canton Ost, all working against Jagger Wilson. Popped in the air, foul, jam shot, and it's going to land on top of the dugout, Seneca's dugout. The count is 0-1.
Right off the handle.
Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust. As that pitch is over for a strike, and the count quickly 0-2. Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 0-2 the count here on Burns. Pops it in the air. That's a tough play for the second baseman, and Owens out there in short right field is able to make the play for out number one. And Owens, we talk about it all the time, Darryl, but he was looking directly into the sun.
The right side of the field, the first baseman, second baseman, right fielder. That was a good job by Ryder, drifting back, fighting the sun off, and catching that ball.
Jet Snyder now comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day, doubled in the first, grounded to short in the third. Comes the first pitch to him. He takes it for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Four State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Otto Springs Church of Christ, all sponsoring the broadcast. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, over for strike 2. Curveball, slider, whatever you want to call it, it broke over.
They got all kinds of names for them, man.
Slurve. 0-2 the count here on Snyder. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside, and the count's 1-2, trying to see if you could get him to chase.
Probably a little overthrown because it was pulled himself off the mound a little bit, quite a bit wide at the plate that time.
1-2 the count remains here on Snyder. Here comes another 1-2. And fouled it at the plate. Keeps himself alive. So count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. You would love to get Jet Snyder out. Comes another 1-2. And he's able to foul that one off and keep himself alive again. Sixth pitch of the at-bat coming up. 1-2 the count remains. You know leadoff hitter is going to be a tough out. Here comes another 1-2 pitch from Wilson. That hits the outside corner for strike 3, and there are 2 gone here in the fifth as Canton Ost will come to the plate. 8th strikeout of the game for Jagger Wilson. It's almost, Darryl, like you would say, he's been economical here this afternoon with his pitch count. 1-0 the count here on Ost.
Yeah, you're throwing strikes. You think keep your pitch count down is throw strikes.
The 1-0 is low, and the count's 2-0.
I say that with the, the broadcaster's jinx or whatever you can call them, and then I got it. 2-0.
Ost 0 for 2 on the day, strikeout and ground out victim. 2-0, popped up in the air. It's in fair territory. Heffron is going to call for it at third base, and he is going to snag it for out number 3. For Nevada, nothing doing here in the fifth. Head to the bottom half of the inning. We are tied at 1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Newmac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Finding answers to questions is easier than ever. It doesn't matter how complex or simple your question is, the answer is just a few taps away. Except maybe these kinds of questions.
Who am I? Where did man come from? What is the purpose of man on this earth? Does life have any meaning?
Billy Graham knew the answer to that last question is yes.
There is more to life than death. Jesus taught us the dignity and the importance of being a person. God put us on this earth for a purpose, and our purpose is to fellowship with God and glorify God. And the great need of the human race at this hour is reconciliation to God.
Would you like to know how you can have a relationship with God? We'd love to help. Just call us at 855-255-PRAY. That's 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And 1 due up here for the Indians. So Yoakum takes a pitch outside for a ball on the counts 1-0. Yoakum, Owens, and Wilson at the top of the order here in the 5th. So here comes the 1-0. And Yoakum looks at strike one, so the count's 1-1. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-1, jams him on that inside and swings through it, and the count's 1-2. It's a hard one to resist because it starts off middle, and then it just dives at the end at your feet. Here comes the 1-2. That is inside for a ball, and the count's 2-2. Valdez thought he hit that inside corner by his facial expression afterwards.
He didn't like it.
2-2 the count here on Yoakum. As here comes the 2-2 from Valdez. 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike three. There's one out as Ryder Owens will come to the plate. Owens had a two-strike single his first time up in the third. He fouled off a pitch and then was able to doink one out to left center field for a single.
Yeah, let's see if we can get something going again, Ryder. Have another good at bat here.
That was the 7th strikeout of the game for Valdez. As Owens fouls that one off.
There you go.
Screen, and the count's 0-1. Wilson on deck. He's 2 for 2, a double and a single. He's 2 away from the cycle, and the way he hits the ball, Darryl, he easily could get a triple and a home run.
Yeah, he's putting the bat on the ball well this year.
0-1 the count here on Owens. Here comes the 0-1. That hits the inside corner. Counts 0-2. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals sponsoring the broadcast. 0-2 the count here on Owens. Here comes another 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike three. There are 2 gone here as Jagger Wilson come to the plate here for Seneca. Wilson 2 for 2, doubled in the first, singled in the third. He has scored Seneca's lone run, scored on a sac fly by Silas Ball. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So Valdez wants a new baseball. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, all sponsoring the broadcast. This has been about as good as advertised here this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch to Wilson, and it hits him. Well, I guess if that's another way to get on base. And with 2 outs, don't be surprised if he tries to get to second, and Sherwood is very good at taking a pitch or two. It was a breaking ball that hit him. I don't think it was a fastball. But Wilson going to take his time getting down to first base.
No, he's all right. I mean, should he try? I mean, if I was coach, would I try to send him at some point in time? It depends on that first pitch. If the first pitch is a ball, I'd probably try to send him.
As Head coach Danny Penn is going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Yeah, it's okay. Do you send him? If you send him and he gets there, okay, he's in position that he can score if Sherwood gets a base hit. If he gets thrown out, okay, who's coming up next in the next inning? Sherwood coming up. He's still got the top of the lineup coming up. So I don't think it's a waste if you try.
And Sherwood is able to take a pitch or two and work with 2 strikes. Today he's struggled, but he's usually a pretty good 2-strike hitter. So he'll take a pitch or two to try and let Wilson get to second.
Especially if he throws a ball the first pitch. I don't think I'd be going first pitch.
So here comes that first pitch from Valdez, and it's in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1.
Yeah,
now it's a little bit more iffy just because you don't want him to go down 0-2.
That's the thing right there. And it may get down to, can you go? Maybe hit and run.
So he is going to go. The pitch is outside for a ball,
There
and
you go.
It was a little bit of a wild pitch as well. He was off on the pitch. I think you give him the stolen base because he was going anyways.
Yeah, he was going. He would have made it anyway. I mean, it would have been a tough play for that catcher to field it out of the dirt, come up and throw him out. I mean, that would have been a tough play. But, okay, come on, Drew. It's time to come through here right now, Bubba.
1-1 the count here on Sherwood. That pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Smith. And the count is 2-1.
I know Valdez is upset at himself just because he threw that so wide and in the dirt that the catcher has, he gave his catcher no opportunity to even come up with a throw to make it. But be careful here. See, Jagger's off 10 feet.
They're going to throw back behind him, and Wilson back in safely there.
Right.
They're kind of trying to bait him with the shortstop and then have the second baseman come behind him. But Wilson has seen that.
I used to tell, when I was coaching third base, I used to tell him, look, I got shortstop. You can see second.
2-1 is outside, and the count's 3-1.
You can see, when you're sitting there playing off second base, you can see the second baseman. I'll tell you if shortstop's coming up behind you and let you know if you need to go back or not.
3-1 the count here on Sherwood. He's licking his chops, and there is a huge hole in left center field. As here comes the 3-1. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and the count's full. 3-2. And now you need to protect here with 2 strikes.
Man, that was right down the plate on a silver platter.
And it was a curveball, too.
Oh, we're both looking at each other saying, what in the world? Come on, Drew. Come through, Bubba.
As here comes the 3-2. That ball is nubbed, and it's going to stay foul. He got just enough to keep himself alive.
That's all right.
People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, sponsoring the broadcast. Center fielder playing about 3 feet right of center field, so there's a big gap in left center. And he can hit opposite field. 3-2 is hit to right center field. And that's going to fall for a base hit. It's going to be at least a double for Sherwood. It's an RBI double for Sherwood. And Seneca grabs themselves a 2-1 lead.
There you go, Drew. That away, Bubba. Got the pitch you wanted over the plate. Valdez had to come at him. 3-2. Got the pitch he wanted and just drilled it out there to right center.
Silas Ball now comes to the plate for Seneca. Sherwood had to put on the stop sign pretty quickly there. Kind of stumbled around second base as they don't want him to get thrown out trying to get to third. Silas Ball comes to the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. He does have a sac fly to his credit. Grounded into fielder's choice his last time.
That's where a hit by pitch came back to haunt you. You hit the wrong person.
As here comes the first pitch to Ball. That ball is hit to shortstop. Going to throw to first, and the first baseman is able to keep the bag, and that will end the inning. But Seneca does get 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. There were no errors, and they strand 1. At the end of 5, Seneca a 2-1 lead here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Daryl, Seneca finally got one of those timely hits you were asking for, and it was a 2-out hit as well. And like you said, the hit by pitch comes back to bite Nevada as they'll send 3-4-5 to the plate here as Braden swings through that one. So the count's 0-1. Braden, Harder, and Miller, the three do up. Braden doubled his last time, and if I remember correctly, Daryl, he also hit one over Drew Sherwood's head.
Hey, he's got a bat on him.
As that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-2.
Jagger's not wasting much time here, going right at him. And
Daryl,
we talked about it as a pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
And who's going to get that timely hit? So far, Seneca's got it right now.
So here comes the 0-2. That ball is hit on a couple hops. Heffron cuts it off, throws to first in time for the putout. A 5-3 putout. Able to beat Braden by half a step. I don't know if you necessarily want Heffron cutting McKinney off, but it worked there.
Oh, no, you do.
Okay.
You want – oh, yeah, because that's a shorter throw from third. He cuts him off, that's a shorter throw. If it goes all the way to McKinney, McKinney's not making that play.
As Drew Harder comes to the plate, 0 for 1, walked his last time. As that ball is yanked down the left field line, it's a fair ball, inside-out swing. It'll be a double at least for Drew Harder as Nevada will have the tying run in scoring position. As Drew Miller come to the plate, he's 0 for 2. I mean, that's almost an excuse me swing, Daryl, that, you're late on it and you're just late. Hit it down the line where nobody is. Yoakum did a good job of getting it back in quickly, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of them. You stuck the bat out there and you hit it right there where we're not. Got to give it to him. Got a double, got a chance.
Miller 0 for 2.
Defense.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Miller 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Yoakley 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So it'll be interesting to see if they try and play a little bit of small ball here. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Getting Braden out there, Daryl, is big because now there's 1 out, and it's harder to play small ball.
Yeah, you don't want to bunt now because you're going to get 2 outs.
So here comes the 0-1. Popped in the air. Crow calling. It's actually Wilson going to call for it, and he fields it. I think it was in fair territory. It was straddling the line, and there's 2 outs as Yoakley will come to the plate. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. Yoakley 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Seneca had a timely hit. See, if you're a Nevada fan, obviously you're hoping for a timely hit there. His ball was able to smother that one and counts 1-0.
Good job by Silas that time.
The other thing, Daryl, that Wilson has done here today, he only has 1 walk. That will keep your pitch count down as well.
Yeah.
Breaking ball is fired over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, sponsoring the broadcast. 1-1 the count here on Yoakley. Comes the 1-1. That ball up the middle, couple hops, nice play by Owens, throws to first
There you go.
in time, and that will end the inning for Nevada. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, 5.5 in the books. Seneca's got a 2-1 lead, looking for some insurance heading into the 7th here on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Runs off 6 hits. So here comes the 1-0, and that pitch in the dirt. And the count's 2-0. Jagger Wilson has given up 1 run off 5 hits.
If Asher can get on, you probably see a courtesy runner
Or a pinch runner. Yeah, because he can re-enter 1 time.
Yeah.
2-0 the count here on Prater. And it may be McKinney because he's the extra player here today. 2-0 breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count's 2-1. Evan at the Neosho Daily News versus Seneca Indians. Good luck. Let's go get that win. And Daryl, today, both these pitchers, it's a warm day as well. Here comes the 2-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count's 2-2. But both pitchers working quickly, which is something as a broadcaster I will take any single day of the week.
Well, sometimes the pitcher works slow. You just freeze your outfielders. So if you work quick, the outfielders stay in the game.
So here comes the 2-2 to Prater. Swung on, and he foul-tipped it at the plate to keep himself alive.
I say outfielders, but it's outfielders and infielders as well. You got to stay alert and you're ready because the pitcher likes to work quick. All those guys out there in the field, they love the pitcher to work quick.
Yeah. And, Seneca, I will say, Wilson works quick. Sherwood works quick. Heffron usually works quick as well. So as here comes the 2-2 again. Breaking ball in there for called strike 3. There's 1 down as Ian Heffron will come to the plate. He singled in the 4th, got bunted over to second, but then was caught stealing. He's 1 for 2. 1 out here in the 6th. Seneca looking for some insurance. The game-winning run right now is by Jagger Wilson. As here comes the first pitch, and that hits the outside corner. And the count's 0-1. And Daryl, Jagger Wilson has definitely had his footprint on the game. 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch. He scored both Seneca runs, and he's the pitcher of record for Seneca. So Jagger has his mark all over this game.
Silas got him in with a sac fly, and then Drew got him in with a double.
So that 1-1 is high, and the count's 2-1. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. 2-1 is inside, and the count is 3-1. Daryl, to start this inning, Valdez had 85 pitches, You still got plenty of pitches to finish this inning, but if Nevada can tie this or take a lead, he might not be able to get that 7th inning in.
Yeah. He's got to get through this inning.
So the 3-1 is up the middle, and it's past the shortstop for a 1-out base hit. So Remington Albrecht will come to the plate. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. I don't think with 1 out you're probably bunting.
I don't think so.
Especially with Brenton Crow on deck. You're towards the bottom part of your lineup. See if the bottom part can produce another insurance run for you.
Ian is out there pretty far.
So they're going to throw behind him, and he's back safely. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home through Sunday, April 12th, as they face the Amarillo Sod Poodles. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. They throw behind Heffron again, as Albrecht is still waiting for his first pitch. We're nearing the top of the 6 o'clock hour, listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org. So that pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 1-0. And Darryl, between these two pitchers, there's been 1 walk. Albrecht has not walked anybody, or not Albrecht, Valdez has not walked anybody. 1-1 is fouled out of play. Or that was a 1-0. Counts 1-1. But Valdez has not walked anybody, and Wilson has only walked 1. You look at how many full counts Seneca has worked on Valdez, and he's done a good job of getting himself out of those jams and not getting extra batters in there as that pitch is low, and the count's 2-1.
2-1, and Ian is
2-1. You always say is a hitter's count, and it's a very good hit and run count.
Yes, it is. And Ian's putting some pressure on there, making him look at first base.
He's not going, and that pitch is high and tight, and the count's 3-1. Look at the 3-ball counts here, Darryl. There's at least 5 or 6.
His main pitch is that curveball he likes to come back with right now, and it may be here.
This is the 11th batter, and that pitch is inside for ball 4, and it is a 1-out walk, and now runners are at first and second for Brenton Crow. But that was the 11th batter, Darryl, to have a 3-ball count on him, and that's the first walk Seneca has worked, and we'll see if we will see if Valdez is done after 5 1/3.
I don't know how many pitches he's thrown so far, but he's taken the ball away from him. And we're going to have a pitching change, Ben.
So he threw 16 that inning, so he was getting near the end of his line anyways. Well, keep it here while we have a moment. Springfield Cardinals are at home through Sunday, April 12th as they face the Tulsa Drillers. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO, and to keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule, be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports. As it looks like the new pitcher is going to be Drew Harder, which I think he ran at one point because I thought I remembered. Or no, he was the shortstop. No. So if that,
well, they brought somebody off the bench,
so it can't be Drew Harder.
I thought it. Well, I don't know. I thought it was like number 1 or something.
If it was 1, that would be him. But
okay.
But
I can't. He hadn't turned his back where we can't see, and I can't see the.
It's hard to see. But
it's hard to see.
I don't think it's a 1. It may be a 6.
It could be.
Which that'd be Kellen Braden.
It looks like a single digit.
It is a single digit, but Kellen Braden was at second, so I'm not.
No, they brought somebody off the bench. Ain't nobody changed on the infield, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't see the small number down there on the bottom.
And it's hard to see the big number.
Because they don't turn their back around.
But Valdez worked, 5 1/3 innings here. He is responsible for both runners on base. He gave up 7 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned. They walked 1. Brenton Crow will come to the plate here for Seneca.
I still can't see his number.
Yeah. Maybe after he gets one more warm-up pitch, we'll see if we can figure out what his number is. As he gets one more warm-up toss here.
It's a mystery. He's the mystery pitcher.
I think he's throwing a little bit harder. Here he turns. Is that an 8?
I believe that's an 8.
I was gonna say Andrew Lynch, which that would make sense, Daryl, because he was not playing.
Yeah.
So if they brought somebody in off the bench, 8, Andrew Lynch is potentially who that's going to be. And we may have, no, we don't. Do we have, Albrecht is running, and the Heffern's running, so I'm not sure what Coach Eust is wanting to talk to. He was wanting to, it's something to do with Nevada. I can tell you that much, but I don't know, because he has their roster in his hands. Or lineup, I should say.
By up for the bunt.
But with one out, I don't know that you do that against Crow, as that first pitch is outside for a ball. And it's the number 7 hitter, Daryl, so, you know, I don't know that you do that if you're Seneca.
Yeah, they're playing, in the sides are playing in.
It's the 1-0 is low, and the count's 2-0. We talk about sometimes the bottom of the lineup has gotten on and forced some action, and that's what's happened here in the 6th inning is they're looking for some insurance.
If we can't get a base hit or something.
Crow 0 for 2 on the day.
Put the ball in play.
And Crow calls time.
Find something. Put the ball in play. Put pressure on Nevada's defense.
Valdez is responsible for the runners at first and second. Right now, 5 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, but he is responsible for those 2 base runners out there. 2-0 the count here on Crow. Here comes the 2-0 from Lynch. That 2-0 breaking ball. Not sure if that crossed up Smith or not, but caught it funny, and the count's 3-0.
I don't know. He's having trouble finding the strike zone. And you know, Brent is
he's taking the whole,
the whole
probably
line.
2 pitches here.
Yeah.
3-0 is fired on the inside corner. Counts 3-1. If you're going to swing 3-1, it's got to be middle.
It
I
better
would
be
think.
sitting on the silver platters. A golf tee is what I always told the kids.
3-1 the count here. That's high and inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded full of Indians for Jackson Yoakum. And this is where, Daryl, sometimes you might play small ball. Yoakum 0 for 2. Do you try a suicide squeeze?
That all depends on, are you confident that Jackson can put the ball down?
I mean, the first baseman is anticipating that.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I was defensive, I'd be doing it too.
First pitch is on the outside corner, and the count's 0-1.
But, I mean, that comes from being at practice and seeing if he can lay the bunt down, consistently.
A base hit would give Seneca some big insurance. 0-1. Fouled off, and the count's 0-2. Ryder Owens on deck for Seneca. He's 1 for 2. Any of these runs come in would be big insurance for Seneca heading into the top of the 7th.
Yes.
Nevada will have 7, 8, 9 due up in their half of the inning. The 0-2 fouled straight back. Got a piece and kept himself alive.
That away, Jackson. That away, swing the bat.
Count remains 0-2. And Daryl, after a couple walks and runners on, all of a sudden the pace has slowed down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's happening. You get runners on, and pitchers can't find the strike zone.
Another 0-2, and he gets a piece again.
It's all right.
He may have swung at ball 1, but, he keeps himself alive. It's all you can ask
That's
for.
That's what I always told the kids when he's playing, well, it could have been a ball. Well, so what? Don't let the umpire make the call. Get aggressive. Get on that ball. If you like it, go hit it.
Another 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed on the fastball. And that is out number 2 as Ryder Owens will come to the plate. Yeah, nowhere to put him. He's 1 for 2 on the day. If he could dunk one into the left center field again, 2 runs would score. Then you'd have the top of the order and Jagger Wilson up.
That would be nice.
Comes the first pitch to Owens, and he takes a strike. Count 0-1, and Lynch has found the strike zone here.
Yeah, he's gotten a rhythm now. He doesn't have to worry about anybody trying to steal. He is going right at him.
The 0-1, and that ball is shot foul towards the Nevada dugout, and the count's 0-2. Can you get a timely hit? Sherwood had a big one for Seneca in the fifth.
This would be nice right here, Ryder.
0-2, ball hit to first. First baseman is going to field it, and that will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. We head to the top of the seventh. Seneca up 2-1 on the KNEO Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Got a feeling, Jagger's going to throw strikes. He's not going to mess around. He's going to throw strikes. He's got 7, 8, 9. Throw strikes, and Nevada's a good baseball team. You can't give them an inch, so.
Yeah,
let's 7, see if we can't get the 3 outs here.
7, 8, 9 due up, and Daryl, it was the 7 and 8 hitters that produced the lone run for this Nevada team. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, count 0-1. Smith singled in the second. Valdez drove him home with the triple. So bottom of the lineup produced for Nevada. 0-1. He offered at it, and the count's 0-2.
Yep.
And Daryl, this is the third time that Nevada's been through the lineup, and Wilson has been economical, 79 pitches through 6 innings.
Like I said, he's throwing strikes, and he's not messing around.
Here comes the 0-2, swung on and missed for strike 3. And there is one gone here for Zane Valdez.
0-2, and he's not trying to hit the corners, Ben. He threw that right. He said, here it comes. See what you can do with it.
9th strikeout of the game for Wilson. Valdez 1 for 2 on the day. That pitch is high and outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. 1 run given up by Wilson on 5 base hits. Comes the 1-0. That is outside, and the count's 2-0. You really don't want to walk Valdez because, once again, that potentially gets you to Jet Snyder.
Yeah, well, top of the lineup's one that busted a double on him right off the bat, so come back and throw some strikes.
2-0 is inside. Valdez kind of faked a bunt there, but you knew he wasn't going to be bunting, but the count's 3-0. So now Wilson really has to come after him. You got to think Valdez is taking a couple pitches here.
They're trying to get base runners. There's no doubt about that.
3-0 is over for a strike, and the count's 3-1. And Daryl, you notice that pitch, he kind of took off a little bit there, just wanting to get it over the strike zone.
Well, that's the first time Nevada's ever turned around and looked like they were bunting.
3-1 hits the inside corner, and the count's full at 3-2.
And I think it just kind of threw Jagger off for a second. Someone finally turned around and looked like they were going to bunt. But Valdez is just trying to mess him up. Now it's 3-2. Here comes Jagger at him.
Breaking ball is outside for ball 4. A one-out walk for Caden Burns. He's 0 for 2, and do not be surprised, even though there's one out, if he tries to bunt the runner over to second, because Jet Snyder is on deck, and he is 1 for 3 with a double.
I mean, that's what.
Normally you say, hey, one out, runner on first, you're not going to bunt, but your number 9 hitter, try and get him over to second, runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the top of the order. He's trying to bunt, popped in the air, it's foul. Counts 0-1. I mean, Wilson did what he needed to do there and get him to pop it up in the air. Throw it that hard, sometimes it's hard to get a bunt down.
I'd like to see him throw that little higher. Throw a high when they're trying to get the bunt. Usually they do pop it up.
0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1 to Burns. He's squaring again. Pitch blocked by Ball. Got away a little bit, but not enough for Valdez to take second.
Valdez doesn't want to put himself in a position that he's going to get thrown out. I mean, he's a tying run for Nevada. He cannot do anything that, to take the bat out of these guys' hands.
Yeah, especially when your number 1 hitter is on deck. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. He squares again. Pitch is bunted in the air. Only play is to first. It's a 1. I think that's 3 put out. Sacrifice bunt does his job. And now at the plate is Jet Snyder. He's 1 for 3, and they're going to intentionally walk him.
They're going to go after what, Ost?
Ost, who's 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, pop out victim. And that's probably the move if you're Seneca. Yes, you're putting the go-ahead run on, but he has struggled here today. Especially with a base open. Now you got to force out at any base.
Right.
I don't know Snyder's speed. If Ost can hit one in the gap, it very probably quickly could be 3-2 Nevada.
It could be if he hits a double. I mean, I don't doubt if they hold him up at third, if you got a chance to take the lead.
First pitch is swung on and missed, so the count's 0-1. Unfortunately for Jagger, that intentional base on balls goes against your record, so he has 3 walks now.
Yeah, I mean,
0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Ball. Counts 1-1. It's big to keep everything in front of Ball, Darryl, because instead of, potentially being a tie game, if the ball gets by and you have runners at second and third, a base hit makes it 3-2 Nevada. So Ball got to keep everything in front of him. 1-1 is outside, and the count's 2-1. A little bit of stress here for Wilson here in the 7th.
They never can make it easy, can they, Ben?
2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1. That's high and outside. Counts 3-1. Kellen Braden's on deck. He's 1 for 3. He had a hard hit double in the 3rd.
Yeah, there's time. You just got to go at him. Look like he's overthrowing a little bit. Just relax and throw it, Jagger.
Comes the 3-1.
There you go.
That's in there for strike 2 and full count. And now the runners will be off on the pitch. Anything in the gap could potentially, again, give Nevada a lead. Comes the 3-2. And that ball hits him in the box. Kind of an emergency hack by Ost.
He got a piece of it. He's just trying to stay alive.
3-2, the count remains. Here comes another full count pitch. Ball is roped into right center field, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Nevada is going to take a 3-2 lead, and it's going to be a 2 RBI triple for Canton Ost. You had to go after him, Darryl, on the full count pitch, and Ost makes you pay.
Good hit. I mean, it was a good pitch, good hit.
So Nevada takes a 3-2 lead, and now if you're Seneca, you know, that bottom of the sixth where you couldn't scrape anything across comes into play.
Yeah.
Seneca will have the top of their order in the bottom of the seventh, working against a new pitcher, and Andrew Lynch. As Nevada takes a 3-2 lead, and now you need to keep it a one-run game here if you're Seneca. A one pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 0-2. So Braden going to have to protect here with 2 strikes, as this may be Wilson's last batter anyways, regardless of what happens. As here comes an 0-2 pitch. That is outside, and the count's 1-2. Knew Nevada was going to be tough, and you probably thought more than 2 runs was going to have to win the game. 1-2, it does not offer, and Ball is able to keep the ball in front of him and keep that runner at third. 2-2 the count here on Braden. As here comes the 2-2 from Wilson. Ball gets by, but Daryl, that's what we're talking about. The ricochet went right back to Ball, and Oss did a good job of not going very far.
Yeah, it just came right back to the home, back to the home to plate.
Here comes another 3-2. That's inside for ball 4. As Drew Harder will come to the plate here for Seneca. Harder doubled in the 6th. He's walked and he's grounded out to second. Runners are at first and third. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Sometimes that third out is hard to get.
So here comes the first pitch. And that pitch is hit on a hop right to McKinney, and that will end the inning. But for Nevada, they score 2 runs in the inning on 1 base hit. There were no errors, and they strand 2. Seneca needs 1 to tie and 2 to walk it off here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
Top of the order here for Seneca in the 7th. Wilson, Sherwood, and Ball, the 3 scheduled hitters. Wilson already a 2-0 count here. He takes a called strike, and the count is 2-1. Working against Andrew Lynch, who now is the pitcher of record for Nevada.
A lot of room out there in left center, Ben.
So that pitch is high, and the count's 3-1. A walk almost works just as well, Daryl, because he will try and take second.
Yeah.
3-1 the count. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That's high and inside for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Seneca. As Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. Sherwood had a RBI double his last plate appearance. Once again, Daryl, do you wait and see if it's a ball before you take off on the very first pitch? Do you make it 1-0 versus
you got
potentially 0-1?
You got a different pitcher here now. So Jagger may get out there and just see what his.
And it's a righty versus a lefty.
Yeah.
So he is off on the first pitch, and the pitch is off to the side, and Jagger Wilson will take second base.
And they threw it outside just to give a catcher a chance because they knew it was coming.
1-0 the count here on Sherwood.
Jagger's second tying run.
And there's nobody out.
Need the base hit and get Drew on base right now.
Yes. Big lead for Wilson. 1-0 is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Tying run is at second base.
Still, there's a lot of room out there in
left center.
Yeah, the center is playing way over.
He's going to try and bunt his way on. It's a good bunt, and he's going to be safe. What an excellent drag bunt there by Drew Sherwood, bunting for a base hit. And runners are at first and third. And guess what, Daryl? Drew Sherwood will probably be trying to take second base.
Yeah, Drew will be trying to go to second base. There's no doubt about that.
And now Nevada has to bring the infield in. Does Nevada
have to
give up that runner going to second? Silas Ball 0 for 2 on the day. He does have a sacrifice fly.
And that lead from Drew is way out there.
Lynch is going to throw home. Ball going to hit it. It's a high chopper. Only play is to first, and he's safe. It's an infield single for Silas Ball, and we are tied at 3. That is not, probably what you're looking for, but
holy cow.
Silas Ball, an infield single, and Jagger Wilson scampers home, and we're tied at 3 as Asher Prater will come to the plate. Still nobody out.
Still nobody out. Ben, we can get one run here. We can get Drew in. Drew doesn't need a steal either. Pass ball, game to third.
Prater is your cleanup hitter, but do you bunt Prater to give yourself 2 chances with your 5 and 6 hitters? That's the question now.
I don't know. Asher's in there for a reason because he can swing the bat. I would take my chances right now with Asher and get a hit.
Prater takes a called strike, and the count's 0-1. First baseman is creeping in as if they may try and bunt.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know because I think, like I said, number 4 hitter, he's there for a reason. Let him hit.
0-1 is that time it gets by the catcher, so it doesn't matter. A wild pitch is going to allow runners to get to second and third. And now if your run doesn't mean a thing. Just don't get picked off.
No, just don't get picked off. You could be 3 or 4 feet from the bag. That's all you need to be. All we have to do is get Drew in, and anything gets Drew in. Anything. A bunt right now gets Drew in.
1-1 the count, and the infield has to come in for Nevada. See if the cardiac kids can come through again for the Indians. Comes the 1-1. Breaking ball hit. It's bobbled. They're going to throw home, and Drew Sherwood is safe. It is an E4 that allows Seneca to win the contest. I think you got to give an error, Daryl, because if that's not bobbled, you have a better play at the plate.
You might have had a chance to get him at the plate. Drew was coming no matter what. Second baseman trying to hurry, bobble the ball before he could get it out. I'll tell you what, it's a ball game. These two teams are good baseball teams.
Seneca improves to 9-2 on the season, 1-0 in Big 8 play. Nevada falls to 4-5 on the season, 0-1 in Big 8 play. Go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout. Come back and wrap up the contest. After this, you're watching and listening to Seneca Indian Baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Nevada wouldn't give up, and neither would Seneca. I mean, lucky that Valdez is he ran out of ran out of pitches, and then we got to the second pitcher, and Jagger did a great job, and they just I didn't think they were coming back in that bottom of the seventh, but they sure did.
And I mean, you look at Jagger Wilson here today, 2 for 2. But he was on base all 4 times, and he scored 3 of the 4 runs for Seneca.
I tell you what, you remember when Jagger was a freshman. Jagger was good as a freshman. I mean, he hit well. He had that sophomore slump. We talked about that last year. Today, this year so far, he's hitting the baseball. He's putting pressure on the other team. He's stealing bases. He's the one that's making everything move right now. And Drew behind him is a pretty good 1-2 punch.
And Daryl Silas Ball had a fielder's choice, but it was a single there in the 7th, finished 1 for 4. He had 2 RBI. And, Seneca probably wishes that they were able to get some insurance runs there in the 6th, but because they sent 6 men to the plate, you had the top of the order in the 7th.
You're sitting there, okay, they had some good opportunities at the time. And, and they've got to learn to take advantage of that. But you got to understand, you're against Nevada, too. Nevada is a very good baseball team as well, and it's hard to score on them as well.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, Daryl, Zane Valdez ended with a no decision, 5 in the third inning, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. A no decision for Andrew Lynch, but he was only able to go 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. One of them was earned because Drew was coming home regardless, the second baseman. And that's what happens when you're coming home regardless is, they bobble it sometimes because you're putting that pressure on there. You bobbled it, and then Sherwood was able to score 2 walks and 1 strikeout there for Lynch. But once you got past the ace, Seneca was able to get a little bit more motion on base.
Yeah, you put pressure. We talk about this all the time. You hit the baseball, you put pressure on the other team. You're pushing you're stealing bases as well as they're doing, and the little bobble the second base. He's trying his best to get it and throw it as quick as he can to home plate, but he can't get it. He can't get it, and that's what happened. He bobbled a little bit, and Drew got into and had the winning run.
And the other thing, Daryl, Seneca 4 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors. That's
huge.
Winning recipe each and every day of the week.
Huge. You get 0 errors. That's huge. Okay, your pitchers. Seneca's got a few good pitchers, and they're going to keep you in the game. But you got to be able to make. And the kids are going to hit the baseball just like Nevada hit the ball tonight. They're going to hit the baseball, and you've got to be able to make the plays behind them. No errors is huge. For
Seneca, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They strand 7. For Nevada, they had 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and they strand 7. Jagger Wilson is your winning pitcher. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. Andrew Lynch is the losing pitcher. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. That will do it for us here this evening as Seneca comes away with a 4-3 victory. Our next Seneca broadcast will be on Thursday afternoon as they head to Anderson to face the McDonald County Mustangs. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime. That game will be an internet-only broadcast from Anderson. For our studio producer, Luke Taylor, back in the Canio studios for Coach Darryl Harbaugh and Ben Wolcott, saying so long here from Seneca. Seneca 4-3 winners. We now join Family Talk, already in progress, here on KNEO.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.